Hey Michelle, my name is Aaron, and your post caught my attention, and I wanted to respond to it. And just to let you know, I'm actually lived in Reno for a number of years, for about 6 or 7 years, and currently live in Yuba City, so just over the hill on Highway 20, and actually still own a business over off of Edison Way over on East McCarran the business serves casinos, hotels, and motels such as Circus in El Dorado and even the University of Nevada. So I'm back and forth to Reno all the time, and it's great to see your post. I know exactly where your self-storage facility is, and I wanted to share with you some things that you can do, or give you a general overview. You had mentioned in your question that you had some experience and training in the past about Facebook marketing. And I've run a digital marketing agency for over a decade, and co-partners with Storage Titans here, where we help storage facilities acquire new customers. And I wanted to share with you some of the things that I see, and the things that you can do in order to increase your renters and get your units filled up. So to answer your questions, and if you have any questions, just feel free to comment in the post or message me directly, and I'm happy to help in any way, shape, or form to help you get your capacity or get your space rented to capacity. And so I think it's important to kind of give a 30,000 foot overview on how do Google and Facebook really fit into the storage customer journey. So if anybody's watching this and in today, here we are, 2020. We're going to kind of chat about how Facebook and Google both fit into the customer journey and the funnel from the beginning of the customer journey all the way to the sale. So whether that's phone or during these COVID times, if it's over the phone or if it's a physical appointment. So how do Google and Facebook fit into the storage customer journey? And how can I use both to get more customers? So how can I use Google and Facebook to get more customers? And first, let's talk about the customer journey and how Facebook and Google work in tandem. So, and then we'll chat just a couple of myths surrounding this topic that I've seen in the storage industry today. So the customer journey looks a little bit something like this. This is journey pre-sale, right? And so a life event has happened. Let me move this up here. So a life event has happened, whether it's marriage or moving or kids, or they bought new toys or college or downsizing. Some sort of life event has happened, and they are now in the marketplace in the storage marketplace. They begin to research options, and there is a personal needs analysis. So they begin to think, well, what size do I need? How quickly do I need this storage facility? What are the features that I'm looking for? Or do I need climate control? What sort of security? What sort of access, monitoring, etc.? And so they're going through this life event. They are now researching options. They're interested, and then they have a desire. They begin to researching you versus the competition, and a price versus needs analysis, typically using their phone nowadays. And then at the very last, there is a decision. So they've gone through all of this to finally making a decision and making that phone call, booking their appointment. So the question number one, what do you do when a life event happens? We begin to research options for a solution. And what happens when we research options for that solution, we exhibit online behavior of that research. So, something has happened in our lives, we begin to research online solutions to solve that problem. And what is incredible is that Facebook and Google are both tracking us, right, on our web platform, on websites, and on our mobile devices and browsers, on our desktop, wherever we happen to be. And Google and Facebook more or less know when, based on their algorithms and based on your behavior and your browsing history, when life events have occurred. And so their algorithms can determine when you may be in or out of market for a particular product or service. So And this happens with all of us. A life event occurs. We begin to research that for a solution for that problem. Facebook and Google and their algorithms are already tracking our behavior. So if we take that over into the customer journey funnel, what happens is Facebook tracks user behavior and life events, and it gives you the ability to get in front of the prospect early in the customer journey. And so you're able to get in front of the prospect when they're at this attention, interest, and desire phase, when they're actually researching and looking for a solution for their problem. And you're able to acquire early mind share, right? You're able to get in front of that prospect before they're at this action-making phase. Because, once again, Facebook is tracking that behavior and tracking the URLs and the things that you're doing, the things that person is clicking on, to know that they are potentially in market for storage. What that allows us to do is get early mind share and get in front of a prospect in order to stay top of mind when they reach this action point, when they're ready to make that decision. So question number 2, what do you do, or what does someone do when they are ready to buy? They use Google and Facebook together, in that this action, now we're down here all the way at this action. When you're ready to buy, what do? Somebody Googles the solution. There you are in Google. There's the solution. There's the provider in either Google Ads or Google My Business. Click to phone call, get on the phone, contact that solution, whatever it happens to be, make the sale on the provider side. So when you're ready to buy, primarily people Google the solution right then and there. But if you're savvy, you've already captured the customer earlier in the funnel on Facebook. So you're able to catch them earlier in this funnel, and by the time they're here down at this action behavior, you are now top of mind. You are the one that they're going to call because they've seen your ads, and they are at this point possibly going to take an action on your ad on Facebook rather than even Googling for the solution. And I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. So myth number 1, Facebook doesn't work for my business. Let's just go into this myth, which is absolutely a myth, and we're going to bust that here in just a second. What most people believe is that for Facebook you have to post all of these things, these pictures about your facility, and go get likes and get popular on Facebook and go viral and all this sort of stuff. But that's not really Facebook marketing. I would call that more social media management, social brand awareness, things like that. The reality is likes don't pay the bills. Only 1 to 2% of fans ever see your posts. So, you go out and get 1,000 likes, 2,000 likes, however many likes. Then you start posting to your page. Really only 1 to 2% of anyone that has liked your page is ever going to see your post. That is how restrictive Facebook has gotten on business pages and their visibility out into the public, into the public side of things with Facebook. More or less, Facebook wants to share family things and friend things and all sorts of other things, but they really limit the actual organic reach of a business Facebook post. And what we want to do is actually use the business side or marketing side of Facebook in order to create a post where we tell Facebook what we want Facebook to do. And what we do is we tell Facebook, and we tell Facebook's algorithm, hey, we want you, Facebook, to go out and find people that are going to take an action on a specific offer. And so when we do that, when we create our ad, an actual Facebook marketing ad on Facebook, we are creating an offer that is going to speak to a specific set of people, and Facebook and their algorithm begins to know who those people are in order to serve our ad to them. So let's check out what the competition is doing, and we can see, and I'll show you, here's some major players in the industry. And so let's just look at what Public Storage is doing, and we can look at their ads on Facebook right now. So here we have Public Storage. Looks like they have some brand awareness ads. Of course, they're a very large company, so they're going to have these brand awareness ads. What I'm looking for here is an actual converting offer ad. So let's go here. This is kind of a brand awareness, pack up your things, moving from one state to another, no small feat. What's amazing here is that through Facebook, they can actually determine if you're moving out of state, so they're getting in front of those people. Let's see here, entered our YouTube contest. Let's look for one. These are all brand awareness, brand awareness, brand awareness. Follow us. Let's look and see. Here we go. Here we go. $1 first month rent. So there's their offer. $1 first month rent. No long-term commitment. And look, they've been running this ad since June 22nd. It is now August 28th. So what does that tell us? It tells us that this offer and this ad is a converting offer and ad for public storage. And what I have seen to be the best converting offers for Facebook ads for that converts the best are either $1 first month rent, free first month rent, 50% off first couple months rent. Okay, so public storage right now looks like their best converting offer is $1 first month rent. And I'm sure there's terms and conditions do apply, but no long-term commitment, $1 first month rent. Now let's look and see how they are converting that ad. It looks like it goes straight to a landing page, e-rental, contactless rental, put in your zip code, and it'll take you to the location nearest you. Okay? And look, $1 first month rent, save up to 30%. So they have a converting offer, and that ad has been going since June 22nd. Let's look at one more. Let's look at StoreQuest. I think they have a $1 for month one as well. So StoreQuest here. Let's look at their ads. Once again, StoreQuest has brand awareness ads going. Brand awareness. Here we go. This ad started on August 18th. Reserve now $1 first month rent. Here's a different offer. They started on the 19th. StoreQuest free truck and driver. That's a good offer. 24/7 customer support and 50% off 3 months. So you can see that Public Storage is using $1 first month rent. StoreQuest is using $1 first month's rent. Let's look at just one more here. I think Life Storage here is thinking of moving. These are brand awareness ads. Brand awareness. So Life Storage, skip the counter, contact free. So they're highlighting their contact free rentals. Oh look, and they have a first month free contact free rental offer, and they also have a 50% off 3 months offer as well. And here is a first month free, and also a 3 months 50% off. First month free. So we can see that our competition at this point is spending money on converting. Their converting offers are $1 first month free, or 50% off the first 3 months. Okay, so knowing those things, that those are the proven converting offers, now the question is, how do I do that for my business? And let's actually look at the landing page here. Let's look at, so they go to a landing page highlighting their first month free, and then showing their storage spaces. $0 first month. $0 first month. $0 first month. Okay. So they go to a landing page. Let's come back here. Did StoreQuest go to a landing page? Or did they have let me come down here real quick. We'll go back down to StoreQuest. First month's rent. Let's see. Federal Way, Washington. limited Labor Day weekend special. So they have a weekend one, and they are highlighting their no-touch rentals. So everyone's highlighting their no-touch rentals as well, showing their pricing, unit size guide. So they're all going to a landing page. And that's one way to skin the cat. You can direct people to a landing page. You can also use what's called a Facebook lead ad. And let me share that kind of sequence with you. So what we can do is actually eliminate the landing page and focus on generating the phone number. So you would have an ad in the front like you saw before, where it's a free month, $1 first month, or 50% off the first 3 months. That's the offer on a Facebook lead ad that actually doesn't go to a landing page, but has the offer right on the ad. And then you're able to collect their phone number and email directly from the customer right then and there, and then text message or phone call them back, email them back, and then get them on a call to either book their appointment for a tour of the facility, or take credit card right over the phone for their $1 first month, or their 50% off first 3 months. Now the keys to success here are you need the proven offer, which we know the proven offer because the competition in our marketplace has been running ads and spending money on that offer. And we need good copy on our ad. You need a solid sales system. So once that lead comes in, you're able to respond immediately, very quickly, via text message, phone call, and email to that prospect in order to get them on the phone and close them. So you need a solid sales system, and you need to follow up in case you can't reach them right out of the gate. So very simply, those are the keys to success on the Facebook ad side. So I want to stress, very important, once again, real Facebook marketing is not about posting pictures and getting likes and doing all those sorts of things. I mean, that is good just to show that you are in business, but it's not going to convert. Likes don't pay the bills. What pays the bills are converting offers and converting ads with proven systems behind them to convert the sale. So let's come back over here. We've checked out what the competition is doing. What do we need? We need an offer, once again, a process, appointment booking, and sales system for in-phone or in-person. And myth number 2, I can't afford to compete. So we just went over Public Storage and Store Space, or StoreQuest rather, and what was this one? Life Storage. And yes, those are big players, but Facebook makes it much easier to compete in your area versus pay-per-click with Google. So pay-per-click with Google, if you wanted your ad to be shown high on that first page, you can spend, depending on your area. I know Reno is pretty competitive right now. It's a booming marketplace, lots of people moving in. You've got Tesla coming in, that's already there, and you've got tech industry that's really pumping up the area. So pay-per-click with Google can be very competitive, where you're spending $9, $10, $15, $20 a click just to get someone on your website. And you're competing with Sparefoot, you're competing with Public Storage, you're competing with all of these people at that level. Whereas Facebook, with just $5, $10 a day, you can get started with your ads and get in front of people in your 3-mile radius, in 89501, I believe it is, within your radius, and get people in front of people for pennies on the dollar, especially compared to Google. So with all that in mind, if you need any help with any of this, just reach out, drop a comment below, or send me an email, aaron@storagetitans.com, AARON @storagetitans.com. And I wanted to share some low-hanging fruit that you can use right out of the gate. I checked your Google My Business profile. Looks like some reviews got in there that reflected poorly on the business. So what I would recommend right now is send an email, broadcast out, or a text message campaign out. And if you would like some help with this too, we can help with this as well. Requesting 5-star reviews from your existing and past customers, so that you can increase that 3-star review that's currently on your Google My Business page. Optimize your Google My Business for your geographic location. And if you need some help with that, I can absolutely share with that, but that means posting pictures within your Google My Business, and really filling out everything within your Google My Business page. And one thing I think in the number 3 here, someone else had posted in this thread that your rates are a little bit below average for the area, and I did check on Sparefoot. They are correct in that, so I would say increase your rates as well. And then post in Craigslist, and try and post in Craigslist, once a day or once every other day. And then number 5, I would recommend going with Facebook lead ads, and you're going to be able to get customers and phone calls coming in relatively quickly. If you need help with any of this, once again, please just go ahead and email me, aaron@storagetitans.com, or hit me via the chat feature here, or drop a comment below. I'm happy to help with any of this. And I'm just over the hill in Yuba City once again, so maybe when I come over the hill to Reno, I'll let you know, and I'll pop in and say hi. But hopefully that helps, and I will chat with you later. Thank you so much, Michelle. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.